Yeah. I remember nights when I couldn't sleep, thought I was alone in the valley so deep, but you were right there even when I couldn't see. Broke but not broken, bent but not defeated. Every closed door was a lesson I needed. You were rebuilding in my decreasing. Every broken piece you were mending. Took my mess, made it a message. Now my testimony is my greatest weapon. I testify. Person used to be cursing, now I'm worshiping. Every scar I got tells a story of grace. You picked me up, now I'm back in the race. Yeah. You restored what was torn, lost everything, but in you I'm reborn. You were my provider, healer and protector. Mind renewed, changed perspective. Now my testimony is my greatest weapon. I testify.
Hi family, this week we're going to step into one of the most powerful lessons Jesus ever taught his disciples. Faith over fear. Not the idea of faith, not the feeling of faith, but the movement of faith. Because fear isn't just an emotion. Fear is a limiter. Fear stops destinies. Fear have alarms going off. Fear delays obedience, and fear convinces you to stay in the boat that God never really told you to stay in the first place.
That part.
That part.
And this week we're going to talk about what it really means to step out of the familiar. When everything in you wants to hold on to what feels safe.
And with that being said, let's get into it.
What's happening? What's happening? How's everybody doing? We gonna give it a little time, let the people come in, I see some people in. I see Anthony Media in the building. I see Rod in the building. We gonna get some time to let the people come in. Yep. My wife is here, so don't think that she's not here, because, you know, when y'all don't see her, everybody like spazzing out. So she's here. She's here. She's in good standing. She's doing mommy and wifely duties at the moment. I'm talking like a chipmunk. That's crazy. I hear it. That's crazy. I'm gonna cut it off. Hello? I'm talking like a chipmunk. Can y'all hear me? I still sound like a chipmunk. No, it was just wet on this end. Hello? Yep, I still sound like a chipmunk. Can y'all hear me? Yeah. I still sound like a chipmunk? Yeah, you still sound like a chipmunk. No, it was just wet on this end. And it was freezing on this end. Can y'all hear me? Yeah, you still sound like a chipmunk. Still sound like a chipmunk. And it was freezing on this end. Can y'all hear me? Still sound like a chipmunk. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3. What about now, bud? Testing. 1, 2, 3. That is so funny to me. If I still sound like a chipmunk, let me know. Says I can hear you, but you sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks. That is so funny to me. I don't know why. If I still sound like a chipmunk, let me know. Said I sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Says I can hear you, but you sound like Alvin
Testing.
and the Chipmunks.
Testing. Said it's better. Sounds better now. I sound better now. It's bad because I'm listening to the replay on the phone talking about it sounds funny to me.
I sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Now. I sound better now. There we go. Hallelujah. I sound like me. Stop. All right. So, yeah. But I thank y'all. That was me. Thank y'all for tuning in and rocking out with us today. We're still giving a little time. You know, I don't want to waste too much time. So I tell you what, until my wife comes in, how about a story? Can we do story time? Should we do story time? Let's go ahead and do the story time. You ever notice how people act when the lights go out unexpectedly? You know, you have like one little flicker and then it's like suddenly grown adults turn into Olympic athletes, you know, diving for the nearest wall. Or when someone hears something, what's that? And then everybody shifts into Ninja Warrior mode. Fear will have you running, hiding, sweating, praying, and repeating and repenting in tongues that you don't even speak. Right. Now, fear makes us dramatic. Fear makes us irrational. Fear makes us forget everything that we know about God. And that's exactly what happened with Peter. He wasn't afraid of Jesus. He was afraid of the conditions. The wind was loud, the waves were high, the storms was real. And sometimes the storm shouts louder than your faith. So today, we really gonna get into this thing. Yep. We're going to get into it. And we're talking about fear and faith. We're here with fear, and we're definitely talking about Peter. If you didn't see if you didn't get an opportunity to see the thumbnail, here it goes. Safe is dangerous. Sometimes it's cool to be, sometimes safe can also be a dangerous place to be. So here's the truth, right? Can I just keep it a buck with y'all until my wife gets in here? Your faith is never proven being in the boat. Your faith is never tested. Your faith isn't proven in calm water. Faith is always proven when things are chaotic. Faith is always proven and tested when you are in a rocky place. Not when you're in a good place. Not when everything seems A-okay. Not when, the wife loves you today. No. So, how many of us really know this story of Peter and them out in the water? Right? We've all heard this story. We all know this story. Matthew 14 is where this story comes from. Let me go there really quickly. I probably should have my other eyes on, because this Bible is So, this is the death so 14 in Matthew starts off with the death of John the Baptist, right? And then Jesus feeds the 5,000, right? And then he tells the disciples to go to the other side. And he'll meet them there. And in the process of them going to the other side, let's take a lot of things and put it in context real quick. Right? So, really quickly in context, a lot of the men that were on this boat were fishermen. Right? So, by them being fishermen, there is a tale about being out on the Galilean Sea. And that tale is, if you see a ghost, if you see something that appears to be a ghost, 9 times out of 10, it is a fisherman who has died on the sea. And because he has died on the sea, guess what? That means if you see him, you're next. Because the Galilean Sea is also what the Jews consider to be the abyss. So how we say we cast demons out back to the abyss, Jewish culture looked at water, because when it says that the spirit in Genesis, when it talks about how the spirit hovered over the deep, to them water is considered the abyss. Water is unknown, it is deep, it is dark, and it is dangerous. So, and a lot of people always died in the Galilean Sea because storms were unpredictable on this sea, according to their culture, according to what they say. So now here we are. They get in the boat. It is stormy. And then it said the disciples saw him walking on the sea. And they were troubled, saying, "It is a spirit." And they cried out in fear. Most definitely. Because they knew, like it said, in their heritage, in their tradition, if you see a ghost, a spirit out here on this sea, you're next. You're going to be dead. So they panic, they fear. But however, Peter, on the other hand, being Peter, Jesus told them, "Be of good cheer. It is I, don't be afraid." And Peter answered him and said, "Lord, if it be thy, bid me to come to thee on the water. He said, bid me to come. It's all right. Bid me to come on the water. Bid me to be your friend. Come out here. Yes. Yeah, that's why I was asking you to come in here earlier. To make sure that I wasn't blurry on that.
They can see me?
Yeah, they can see you. You walked in front of the camera.
Oh, shoot.
What are we talking about here? Welcome. Welcome, wife. See, nobody comes here to see me anyway. Everybody comes here to see you.
Why is this here?
Oh, because I was drinking the water. Couldn't nobody see it. So turn that a little bit then, if I'm blurry. Do I look blurry? I don't look blurry. I look blurry.
You don't look blurry up there. You look blurry on here. I keep telling you that.
Let's see.
What are you doing?
Come on, let's go. You ready? You got your, I'm printing out your notes. So, hey. Welcome. Your mic on? Nope. There we go. So,
I tell you.
as I was saying earlier, out in the Sea of Galilee, they considered it to be the abyss. This is also where they believe Leviathan lived. This is where they believe all the demons live. Jewish people believe the demons were in two places: the water and the wilderness. So when they saw Jesus walk on the water, they knew they was gonna die.
Not they knew that they were gonna die.
That's they belief. They believe that if you see a spirit out on the water as a fisherman, that's a dead man who got caught out in the sea, and you next. So when they saw Jesus walking on the water, and they in the middle of a storm, on top of that, it's like, wait a minute, hold on, that's why the Bible said. The Bible said, but the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with the waves, and the wind was contrary, which means there was a storm going on. And in the fourth watch of the night, Jesus went into them walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, it's a spirit. And they cried out in fear. Hi. Now, I did forget to mention that we'll take your comments and questions at the end once we finish with the little short message. But today is Sunday, so it's just to give you an overview of where we're going for the rest of the week. So, Peter said, Jesus told him to chill out. It's cool. It's me. And Peter was like, yo, Lord, if it be you,
Bid me
if it be thou, bid me
to come out
to
here.
come out on the water. Now, it's funny because bid is almost like another word for command. Set the stage. So here we are. So it says that Jesus didn't call Peter because the water was stable. He called Peter in the middle. He called Peter to come out in the water while it was unstable. Swishing. Right? But why would he do that?
You want me to answer?
Yeah.
Oh, to build faith.
Build faith. Yeah. So, family, this week, we're going to talk about why Jesus calls you out in the storms. We're going to talk about why fear rises when faith is required. We're going to talk about why sinking doesn't mean failing, because a lot of people don't like to fail, so they don't get out of the boat. But I'm not going to get ahead of the week. Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll see. And and how to walk when what's under you can't be trusted.
You know how you walk on that wood? that's like a half a piece of wood, or the nails done came out, you can feel it like shaky, and you standing like up off the ground, and you like, I don't know about walking on this piece right here, because it might fall. Or if you like me, for a long time, I wouldn't walk on top of the sewer thingies, like on the
On the
sidewalks.
sidewalks, they got the
Yeah, they got the
one.
grids,
Yeah, I
and then
know.
you can see the holdout. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't walk on those because I didn't think they would support anything or anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't walk on those either. But we also going to get into deeper this week about how God isn't asking you to walk into uncertainty. God is asking you to walk into Him and to walk with Him.
It don't feel like that all the time.
It don't. I
It
think
be feeling like I'm about to step directly into uncertainty. But when you've learned how to trust God, there is no uncertainty. Because you know that God got you. When you understand that, when you understand who you are and that there's a purpose on your life, then nothing can scare you because you understand where you're rooted and grounded. So when you begin to step, every step becomes intentional. And as they become intentional, they're intentional knowing that God got you. I'm just saying. They become very intentional because you no longer fear the unknown. You no longer fear the uncertainty. Fear no longer has a grip on you. When you know your positioning in Christ, your sonship, and all that comes with that, your faith, it doubles up. That's all I'm saying.
so. Why do people stay in the boat? Or am I getting ahead of myself?
Fear. What do you mean? You already said it.
Right. So, what we can say is this. By the time we get done on Wednesday, you should be anxious to get out of the boat. You should not be afraid of sinking. You shouldn't be afraid of looking foolish. And you shouldn't be afraid of stepping out and while everything is falling apart. That's our mission for this week. Our mission for this week is to get you to have that what I call the Peter faith. Because every time I think about this story, I try to put myself in Peter's position. Because like I said, right before you got in the boat, you literally just saw Jesus feed 20,000 people with 5 fish and 2 loaves of bread. Literally. Right before he told you to get on the boat, I'll meet you on the other side. You literally seen him with 5,000 men. And, you know, they only counted the men. So it's 5,000 men plus women and children. So it's close to 20,000 people. So you just saw Jesus feed 20,000, close to 20,000 people. And I'm only counting that every man had a wife and they at least had the minimum of 2 children.
Right.
So now you just seen this. On top of the other things that you have seen Jesus do leading up to feeding the 5,000.
I think I like Peter. I would have stepped out.
Like, can you imagine what Peter was feeling
No.
in the moment?
No.
No?
I can't.
Serious?
Serious.
Okay. So imagine you walking with the king.
Right.
He literally just said, hey.
I got all that.
Right.
But that don't mean that I can imagine
Well, I'm
how
just saying.
Peter felt.
Okay.
So I'm telling you no, because I'm being honest.
Well, okay, so how about if you put yourself in the place where you're sitting there and you literally see, what is it, 2 fish, 5 loaves of bread, turn around and be distributed
To 20,000 people.
to 20,000 people. And then you're told to collect
12 baskets.
12 baskets. And then he says, I'm going to pray. And I'll meet you on the other side. And then in the process of him praying and said, I'll meet you on the other side, y'all get in the boat. And as you get in this boat, you're crossing a sea that is known to take lives, that is known to be unpredictable. And then the storm comes while you're out on the boat. And then you see Jesus walking on water.
Yeah, but when you first see this man walking, you don't know that's Jesus.
I know.
So immediately the fear rises up.
Right.
But then when you realize it's Jesus, yeah, like I said, I would be like Peter. I'd be like, what's up? Let's go.
Right.
I'll step out there. But
And
I
then-
still can't say that I feel what Peter felt.
But what I'm saying is, like,
But I can put myself in the shoes.
like, what would make you want to step out in that moment?
If I thought about it, it'd be like, man, if you did all that, let me see what else you can do. You gonna take care of me. Like, if I see you doing this and you done did all of this, I can do what you do. Because you with me. Think about it. He done been with them all this time. He done showed who he is, how much he loved them. All of that. If I step out this boat, you think he gonna let me drown? Nah. Not happening. I'm having a whole moment right now.
And that's how I felt Peter would be. Like, he would be, like, in this place where it's like, I'm on top of the world. Like, there's nothing you can tell me in this moment. Like, I just seen 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread multiply in front. Forget all of the other stuff, the
Nah, we're
sermon
not
on the.
forgetting none of that.
I'm not saying forget that, but in the moment, because this is
Back to back.
back right here.
But for me, that would have just been the 5 loaves and 2 fish would have been icing on the cake.
Right.
So for me, it would have took me back to all the demons that done been cast out, all the people them that done been healed, and now I done seen this. Oh man, what are we talking about? My faith is at an all-time high. Like, I'm gonna step out on this water and I already know because you love me, you're not gonna let me fall. Man, what are we talking about?
So you get the Sermon on the Mount, right? And in between, you seen the water turn to wine. You've seen the centurion worker get healed. Peter's mother gets healed.
Which is another thing, like, personal to Peter.
Right. Then you turn around and you saw him come to see the first time. He wasn't walking on the sea. He calmed it.
Right. He
Then
spoke to the winds and the waves. So
Right.
that showed me, yo, this dude.
So he cast out a demon. He healed a man with palsy. He healed the daughter. He brought, and you were there. He didn't take everybody else with you. He only took you, James, and John with him
Them three. That's it.
to go see the daughter, who they knew was dead.
So that's what I'm saying. Like the 5 fish and 2 loaves, that was just like the icing on the cake. Like, why would I not trust him enough to be like,
Let me step out this boat.
yeah, let me see if I can do what you doing right now.
Like, imagine the feeling in that moment of getting out of the boat. Like,
And actually walking on water. Man.
like even when we had this Bible study, when we was doing it with the kids, it was like I was just sitting in the boat in the moment and was like, yo, I can step out of this boat and literally walk on water because my rabbi is walking on water. And in their culture, you were to become your rabbi. So what? I mean,
That's great. I ain't in that culture. I'm thinking about right now
No,
where
but
I
that's-
am.
but
No,
that's-
I
right.
got what you saying. I'm talking about right now where I am.
I get that. But
Thinking about just like,
I guess for the moment, I just want the people who are watching and listening, and those who will go back and watch and listen, to put yourself in the boat. A lot of us hear this story. We hear this story being told all the time, but rarely are we told to truly put yourself in the boat. Like, anchor yourself in the boat. Put yourself there.
so when
And
you
that's-
said that to me, the first thing I thought about was where I am right now. Like and I'm with you. I hear you put yourself in the boat. But even when you were saying, could you imagine how Peter feel as I begin to talk? It just made my reality like, yeah, the same God.
Same God.
I am in the boat right now. It's just my boat look a little different, but I'm in the boat.
Right. Same God. And the beauty of now in the boat. Jesus was with Peter. And I believe a lot of the time, and I'm trying not to get ahead of Tuesday or Wednesday, but I just got to go here. We read this story and be like, Jesus was with Peter. He was there. The way we have been mentally taught in the West, and not everybody, but a lot of us think that Jesus is a million light years away.
Yes.
So we stay in the boat, not understanding that Jesus is there with you because he said, I'm in you. The same person that raised Jesus from the dead, the same person that helped Jesus walk across the water, the same person who moved in the power to quiet the storm, to bless the 5 loaves and 2 fish, dwells in you. So hopefully by Wednesday, that'll truly sink in. And hopefully by Wednesday, we can help everybody get out of their boat. Are you gonna sink? Probably. But Peter walked before he sank. And this is the thing. Even though Peter sank, Jesus was still there.
I really want to say so much, but we're going to wait.
So y'all gotta come back on Tuesday and Wednesday for the goods. I know y'all be like, man, this is crazy. Yes. But listen. I love this. It's something about the way I just think about Peter, how it makes my spirit just leap on the inside. Like every time we talk about this real life event.
All right, so y'all come back here on Monday.
Sunday. I mean Tuesday. So are there any questions, comments, and concerns before we leave up out of here? And yes, we will be back on Tuesday night at 7 p.m. So for the new people who came in, hey, Miss Vegas, we are back
Sunday
Sunday
at 7 p.m.
at 7, Tuesday and Wednesday at 7 p.m. For those who want to know the new time. So this is our new time, new schedule, new place, new date. Hopefully, y'all might get a skit tomorrow. Maybe. Not gonna say you will and you won't. But
All right.
But yeah. But we love y'all. We thank y'all for coming in and rocking in with us. And if there's no questions, comments, concerns,
Y'all know Sunday is a short day since it's the intro for the week.
you know what that means.
All right. We out.
Oh, wrong thing.
This guy.
No. I had to write that.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Oh my. People, we really do know what we doing.
Yeah, we know what we're doing.
We'll see y'all Tuesday.